Proverbs 21:19 says it's better to live in a desert than with a quarrelsome woman. And apparently 10 million men read that verse, nodded, and downloaded a camping app. Women are flooding TikTok asking why men won't approach them anymore, and somehow can't connect that to years of creep accusations, false allegations, and I don't need no man content going viral every other Tuesday. What the women in this compilation say when the comments actually explain why it is a masterclass in refusing to read the room.
Men don't really approach women in the wild anymore. This is something that is very common. We all know this at this point. Dating apps, shout out.
Okay, I went out in the wild tonight, and what I'm learning is guys, they don't come up to you anymore. Like, guys no longer approach you.
I posted a video about how guys don't really come up to girls anymore in bars. When did dating become men versus women? Like, I thought it was supposed to be fun, and it's really fascinating, and it's like really worrying to me.
Men are really making it easy for women to be okay to die alone. Like, literally. What happened to men being able to hold a fucking conversation or just approach you properly?
And girls are...
All right, we just saw 4 little tidbits there of women wondering why we won't approach them, how we've made dating no fun. It's not our problem, ladies. It's you who made dating no fun, because every time we come up and give you a compliment, it's ew, creep, and ask you out. And all of a sudden we're getting put on blast on the internet for being a creep. That is why dating is no fun anymore.
So annoyed by the fact that guys don't come up to them, that like exactly what you guys are saying. They're like, it's so annoying. What's happened with the culture where like guys don't walk up to you and say something?
You ever see someone push people away and then complain they're lonely? Yeah, that's what's happening right now. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
A grown-ass man has commented that he's proud to say that he has never approached a woman. I honestly was not expecting this. I seem to have collected all of the incels in my comments. Guys, welcome, but this is not a safe space for you. 784 people liked this comment. What the fuck is going on? Almost 800 men sat there, liked this, and said, yeah, same. As if this is something to be proud of. The male...
I mean, it is. It means he has avoided being called a creep.
Loneliness epidemic, honestly, is not bad enough. And you've only got yourself to blame for this. Proudly never approached anyone. Yikes.
Funny how the male loneliness epidemic only became a thing after men stopped chasing. Almost like it's not about us at all. If that's the loneliness epidemic, sign me up for another round. I've never been this lonely in my life. It's glorious.
If you're single, it is a...
Just to add to that, you end up in a relationship with any of these crazy women, and you end up feeling lonely anyway.
Friday or Saturday night, why the hell are you inside right now?
Literally.
Why are you at home? Like, it's such a fucking waste. But also, even if you are at the bar, why are you in the corner?
Yes, or with
your
your
3
friend
friends, all in a circle,
Literally.
with like your backs towards every girl in the world.
And stop.
Because we're afraid that if we take you home with even 1 drink in your system, that you are going to come at us a week later saying it wasn't consensual, and all of a sudden we find ourselves in court with false allegations.
Stop relying on Hinge because it doesn't work. Get your asses out.
Please.
Translation: where's my free drink? Where's my free attention? Why aren't these men giving me the opportunity to reject them? The free ride is over, ladies. Pay for your own stuff.
I am okay to finish my life being single. I would rather die as a single man, having never gotten laid before, than wife up a lady who's absolutely contentious, who makes me want to sit in the corner of my roof, who makes me want to run out into the desert and die there.
Proverbs 21:19.
I would rather be
21:19.
single for the rest of my life, because that sounds so much better.
I think this is big.
How many of you guys watching this are stuck in a relationship where you thought you were going to be happy marrying them, and then you're finding out you enjoy your time away from your wife more than you enjoy your time with them?
Becoming more of a man's view in this day and time.
Agreed.
My son is 18, and I was like, you don't want to have a girlfriend? He's like, I don't want to invest time and money and everything in a girl that I don't want to marry that's been
Smart
with all
kid.
my friends.
I don't think people realize this is going to become extremely common, where men, like generally speaking, in their nature, don't really need other people with them. I mean, I can go to church. I have my boys at church. Like, that's my community. I don't need to have a wife. I definitely want one, but I don't need it. Whereas women in general, psychologically, sociologically, they need that partner. And when we find women who are single in their 50s and 60s, they are crushed.
Name one other contract like marriage where one side gets rewarded for walking away. Can't do it because it doesn't exist. Stay single, gentlemen. Lock your wallets. Increase your peace.
Exactly, and if you do need to get laid, there are ways to do that without having to wife someone up.
I saw a guy looking at me at the gym today, and we were smiling at each other, so I smiled back. And then I just said, fuck it. And I went over to him and I was like, hi, my name is Tosh. It's great to meet you. Your sweats look like they're kind of bulging. No, it's not gonna happen, guys. Like, you have to go up and talk to her. Girls aren't gonna come and approach you.
Do not approach them at the gym. That is the fastest way to end up on a girl's TikTok being called a creep. They hate when you stare, but then again, they also hate when you don't stare.
Anything, girls don't get approached nearly as much as they should anymore. Like, even worse than before. Like, it already was a problem and now it's even worse. If you approach a girl, the least that will happen is that she'll just feel good that a guy approached her that day. Like, you just did her a compliment. And if you want easy lines to say when you're approaching a girl, check out my page. I have the best ways where you won't come off creepy. Honestly, I have ways that you won't really get rejected. So yeah, I got you, daddy.
God forbid a man goes to the gym just to work out. Nobody's risking their favorite gym to end up as TikTok's creep of the week. It's just not worth it.
I refuse to approach women in public because I refuse to be your ego booster. I refuse to stroke your pride. I refuse to be the next talking point in your group chat. Why would I approach a generation of women that have been taught and programmed to directly reject men? Why would we approach a generation of women who are not only consciously choosing to reject good men, but in the same breath will consciously, upon rejecting that good man, go to the man that is obviously no good for nobody, not even himself. When you see that happen enough times, from childhood, teenage years, college, well into your adult life, you're not gonna take none of these bitches serious. They don't even take their own laden life serious.
They don't, it's true. I just did a Anton Daniels video recently where he was saying, or a woman was saying, how women prefer bad boys over good men. So it's just a waste of time for us good men to try and do anything.
And a lot of us are checked out of the game of having to prove our point to y'all when women don't even know how to recognize a good man. This is the bed y'all made. This is the dating market y'all made. Congratulations, you played yourself.
Too many do's and don'ts. Too many terms and conditions. Modern dating, when Me Too meets Not Me.
When did dating become men versus women? Like, I thought it was supposed to be fun. I posted a video about how guys don't really come up to girls anymore in bars. 80% of the comments were like angry men. And they're angry at women. Most of all the men are saying that women have put men down so much for trying to talk to them or like calling them a creep. And they're just like, I'm not gonna go up to women anymore. And this comment,
like, we're not angry. We're not angry men. We're just the men who have all been played enough and we're done with it. And we're just telling you exactly the answer to your question. It's not a bunch of angry men in your comment. It's a bunch of real ones.
and especially we will not be fluffing your egos. That just feels like you hate women. I don't know, like, flirting and going out, it's not that serious. It's a little scary that so many guys think this way when majority of my friends who are all like normal 25-year-old women, none of us are putting guys down if they come up to us. If anything, we're like, oh my god, yay, okay. But maybe he's just like not our type, or maybe, I don't know, there's something we learn about him that just doesn't fit what we're looking for. But in some way the narrative got twisted that they should almost like hate women. It's really fascinating and it's like really worrying to me.
That escalated quickly. Men say we're not doing this anymore, and somehow that gets translated into you hate women. Make that make sense.
Ladies, let me make it clear for you. The answer is not going to change. Not now, not ever. Y'all told us to go away, to leave you alone. Y'all told us over and over again you didn't want us, didn't need us, and didn't want us to approach you. You all weaponized MeToo and believe all women, and now make false allegations against men by the millions. Y'all took to social media, again, by the millions and millions, and you do so every single day to trash men, to mock them, dismiss them, and of course, demean them, to shame them because you think somehow that makes you attractive. Think it makes you strong and independent. Y'all do all of that and more, yet can't seem to fathom, can't seem to understand why men no longer want to approach you. Don't
Doing that stuff, ladies, if you're watching, posting that kind of content on the internet makes you less dateable. It's true. Men don't see that content and be like, I'd like to ask this girl on a date. They're like, whoa, she's crazy. I'm not going near that.
want anything to do with you. I mean, really? Are you that clueless? Well, apparently are, since you keep asking this question over and over again. I mean, it's either a special kind of stupid or pure delusional insanity to think that after making men your piñatas for decades, they'd want anything to do with you. Well, they don't, especially because of how illogical it is for you to think that way. Either way, it's not something men want to or will deal with, which is why they've walked away in droves and won't be coming back anytime soon.
I mean, you heard the guy earlier. He would rather hang out with his bros at the church community than go and bother trying to find a woman because it's impossible and the risk is not worth the reward.
Ladies, you can keep asking this question all you want, but as I said earlier, the answer isn't going to change. Y'all played yourselves, and men are done. Done with dating, done with marriage, done with you. They're done with your drama, your delusions, your complete insanity. So,
watch the downfall of birth rates just simply be that men are done dealing with women, and that's why our population falls in the future. Women destroy the world.
Strong, independent boss bitches you told us you were, and just leave us the hell alone already. And for the love of freaking God, could you just stop asking the same question over and over, hoping to get a different answer? It's quite simple, really. Men aren't approaching you because you aren't worth it. You aren't worth their time, their energy, or their effort. And oh yeah, then there's the fact you're more likely to make a false allegation of SA or harassment than you are to appreciate the approach if a man is actually dumb enough to do it. That's the reality, ladies, the one you created. So how about instead of making yet even more videos asking this question, you'll all go have a little chat with your therapists and learn how to deal with it.
If you liked that last guy talking there, I have a couple videos from him that didn't get a lot of views, so go and check them out for me. But yeah, the lesson here, ladies, is we don't want to date anymore because it is not worth it to get rejected, to get the false allegations, to have these crazy expectations we need to meet, to work miserably to please you and receive nothing back. It's just not worth it. If you're not willing to be kind to us and keep our lives simple and peaceful, then we'll do it ourselves. It's all good. If you like that video, please hit subscribe and the little dingy button so you know when I drop a new video from heaven. And if you made it to the end, make sure you comment that you love Jesus. Peace out and amen.